right, thanks for joining me today. We are going over sales training for technical staffing. And as a channel partner, as someone who works with Quest, oftentimes we get the, hey, I didn't know you guys did that. And I think we get the, hey, I didn't know you guys did that probably the most. Actually, it's probably split a little bit between application development and the topic we're going over today, which is technical staffing services. So like always, if you enjoy this segment, if you find any benefit or any little new nuggets of areas to make revenue and generate new opportunities with your clients, please like it, please share it in the community. We're putting these projects together, these playbooks, these enablement training sessions for you. So if you get benefit from it, please like it, please share it. We're putting this together to hopefully help you make more money and work and help address more of your customers' needs. So technical staffing and how we can deliver it in flexible ways. Quest has been helping organizations with staffing solutions for 25 plus years. So you guys are trusted advisors. You work with your clients, with their organizations to deliver data center services, collaboration, telecommunications, security, all of those great building blocks that we talk about here at Quest. But what really makes the projects work, the IT organizations work at the end of the day, are their people. And organizations are struggling to find people to fit roles in different technology solutions, areas of focus, and things like that. So this is a huge opportunity. There's a constrained technical resource of labor out there. And what Quest can do and what you can do for your customers is help them fill the gaps, temporary, long-term, and under contract, with staffing and placing contractors and folks like that in their environment. So helping them understand what roles they need, you can help them fill within 2 weeks. One of our biggest areas of helping in this space is screening applicants and making sure you have the right person for the right job. There are a lot of staffing organizations out there that will provide basically, think rapid fire resumes coming across the board to the HR departments. And then the IT folks have to go and interview all those different resume and candidates. What Quest does, when your clients retain us as a staffing solution partner, we vet out those resources, understanding the culture of the firm they're going into, and maybe present 1 or 2, 3 tops candidates for that role. So they don't have to interview 20 people to find out that maybe some of those resumes were a little bit padded. So we take them through our evaluation process. So why would you want to get involved in technical staffing? One, huge revenue potential. If you look at the costs of an organization when it comes to operating their business, one of the largest areas of the balance sheet from an expense standpoint is people, right? People and labor are one of the biggest inputs to cost of goods sold. Doesn't matter what the industry is. Don't care if it's healthcare, IT, manufacturing, retail. Labor is one of the biggest components. And we want to help organizations get the best candidates for those roles to achieve, the outcomes that they're looking for. And that's what staffing does. That's how we help people source quality talent and place those folks in those roles. Another thing is trusted advisors. Think about this, if you're helping to find a resource, a great job, and you're the person who helped connect the dots for them, you're their hero. You found them a good resource, and you found that resource a good home. So you're building client loyalty with the existing company you're searching for, but you're also placing future evangelists of your service offering, of your consulting, of your ability to help them solve problems into that account. You're helping both sides of the transaction there. You're also helping your clients make decisions and implement IT faster. We're all trusted advisors. We help our clients, move forward and advance technology decisions. You can't do that if you don't have the labor and the people to help execute those projects. So by providing them with that immediate talent, you're helping yourself and them knock out their task lists, knock out their IT challenges and their project lists. So you're helping on multiple facets here. There is also flexibility around how people want to engage with labor. It could be shorter term, 1, 2, 3 month type engagements, or longer term, multi-year or year-long engagements for a resource. Quest does that a couple different ways. We have a lot of different agreements we can put in place. We can go, a direct contract, a direct hire, attempt to hire, and we can give the flexibility to both the candidate and the organization that's sourcing the contractor. So a lot of flexibility there, and a huge upside and opportunity. And again, for clients who are looking for project-based support, short-term staffing engagements, helping with a rollout of a new software, a new UCaaS, new data center project, whatever it might be, we can help put those staffing requirements behind that project and give the organizations what they need to get across the finish line of their IT projects. So we can basically put together, here's a couple of the different offerings, right? You can have contract staffing that's going to offer, short-term solutions for specific projects. We're coming up on end of year right now, or end of quarter, whatever your clients might be dealing with. Short-term projects for specific, like seasonal spikes. It happens. Organizations need help to get those projects completed on time, right? There's the direct hire solutions where they have a permanent role for a full-time employee. They're looking for a CISO. They're looking for a new IT director. They're looking for a CIO. They're looking for a senior systems administrator, a DBA for a long-term contract or data migration project or digital transformation that's going to be a multi-year, CRM or ERP update or database renewal. We do direct hire solutions, right? So we will go find that person and for a fee, place them in that organization. And then it's basically, hey, you're playing matchmaker there. There's temp to hire solutions where you can provide a flexible option where the client can assess the candidate before making long-term arrangements, right? So these are, hey, we're gonna put this person under a contractor arrangement for 3 months, for 6 months, for a year, or sometimes people like to keep people on contractors, and people like to stay as contractors. Gives them flexibility in their labor as well. So we put together those temp to hire solutions as well. And then from a staff aug standpoint, kind of the last one is, hey, we're going to place people in their existing team as needed with specific skills, either for a short or long time engagement, right? So think about areas of application development, data and digital modernization projects for databases and legacy applications. There are specific resources that are needed all the time, and a lot of your clients are struggling to find good candidates to fill those roles. So staff aug, temp to hire, direct hire, and contract staffing are all ways where Quest can and you can assist your clients, right? So how do you position this? This might be different than your typical data, telecommunications conversations or unified communications conversations or your cybersecurity discussions. This is a different move. We're talking about people. We're talking about labor, right? So basically, how to positioning this helps cut through the process. So speed and efficiency, right? HR, managers, you're trying to find good people. If you've ever been in a hiring position, you know that hiring can be a difficult thing to do. It's hard to find people. It's hard to evaluate their real skill sets. It's hard to understand, their emotional intelligence, how they're going to fit in culturally with the organization. Quest can help do that, and we can often fill a role within 2 weeks and present multiple candidates. Right? It's flexible, and it can hit any aspect of an organization's operations. Right? It could be, hey, I need a great help desk technician. I need someone who loves people, loves helping people, is non-judgmental around people who maybe ask them not most technical questions, and they're a helper. Great, we can help find you a qualified help desk person. Or I need a killer when it comes to cybersecurity. I need someone who takes no prisoners from a security standpoint, will help execute against this new policy and this new framework that it's getting pushed down on us. I need a CISO who is just one of those guys or gals who walks into the room and everyone kind of sits up a little bit straighter in their chair because this person means business. Whatever they need, whatever end of the spectrum they need them on, from a customer service standpoint or from a operational efficiency standpoint, we can find those resources across the IT stack. Everything from physical infrastructure up through applications, like all things that we do here at Quest. A lot of your clients out there are dealing with artificial intelligence and digital transformation initiatives. They're not quite sure who within their existing organization can help lead the charge there. So they're looking for folks who can come in and have been there before. So Quest has a fantastic, stable, and database of operators who have gone through these projects before, and we can help place them in the appropriate role where needed to support digital transformation, artificial intelligence, and those types of bleeding edge projects. It's a process, but we're there to help put the right people in place. And then also, there are compliance issues that are continuing to grow across industries. Financial services and healthcare are some of those. Those are going to require people with certain backgrounds, certain skill sets, and certain credentials, right? So we help with those background checks, with those audits, and with basically sourcing and confirming those credentialed individuals are the right fit for those industries. So financial services and healthcare are classic for these, but these are growing into defense contractors, DoD and government space as well. So we can help ensure compliance by sourcing and staffing the appropriate people, right? So again, emphasizing that how do you engage with your customers? Emphasize that efficiency, right? Promote the idea that we can put together multiple flexible options on how they want to consume it on a term basis and on a hiring basis, right? You can always play up to the urgency, like we talked about. If there's a seasonal driver, like end of year or end of quarter, where they got to knock out a project, make sure that they know we can source and deliver candidates quickly for them. And then, from a QA and a quality assurance standpoint, our technical screening places candidates in front of your clients who have already been vetted. They go through, Quest has, hundreds of engineers on staff. And when we hire, let's just say if someone needs a CCIE or a senior level engineer, network engineer, we don't just read the resume and say, oh, it says, CCIE number, blah, 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 blah. We put them on the phone with one of our senior network engineers. They have some command line conversations. They vet out very, very quickly, is this person who they say they are? Can they execute the way that, they're positioning themselves to execute? And have they been in the fight before, right? So we do technical screening. It's a great value add, but we find that it actually helps us as well because we provide quality candidates to the client very quickly without, spamming them with resumes that basically just adds to their workload. So when you're going in to qualify an opportunity with a client, right, you want to identify some potential challenges that they may have, right? So are they facing skills gaps within their IT environment, right? Are their projects slowing down? If they could have, X amount of resources, who would they want to have on their team? And do they have budget for that additional staff from a full-time standpoint, or are they looking for more of a temporary arrangement, right? How are they planning on filling that skills gap? Going through their list of projects, you're trusted advisors. You're in the room with people who are dealing with project 1 through project 10 on their whiteboard. We've all seen that whiteboard in the CIO's office of all the different projects, right? Talk about those timelines. When are they trying to achieve those projects? When are they trying to execute those? Is there anything that the board of directors or that their direct management has said, hey, this project needs to be done by this time, right? Then you can help augment those teams with technical staffing services. And then again, there's the longer term conversation, the growth, the idea of building out their headcount for their teams to execute against a long-term vision of the company. There's a lot of firms out there that are in growth mode right now. A lot of them are trying to find people to help them execute and grow. These could be people who recently took on private equity. Could be people who recently went through a merger, an acquisition, or went public. Lots of firms out there are in significant growth mode, and they're trying to bring on team members to help them execute against those lofty goals and those lofty targets. So long-term staffing in any aspect of IT, again, help desk all the way through senior network, DBA resources, significant opportunity for you to help place candidates within the firm that you're going to be supporting for a long time as a trusted advisor. Quest has marketing tools. So we have, as part of this that you're learning about, we have playbooks that we're putting together around marketing collateral, sales enablement questions, LinkedIn posts. If you're interested in this, please check with your partner account manager. From a channel support standpoint, we have partner playbooks that are built around developing this motion for you as a new revenue source. So don't expect you to stick the landing on the first call, but we have put together some materials for you. If you want to add this to your inbound revenue streams and diversify your income a little bit, we have a playbook built for you to leverage. So please reach out to your channel manager at Quest. They can help walk you through that from a nomination standpoint and get you set up with a playbook. Again, long-term revenue opportunities here. When you place candidates in an organization, you're instantly tied into everything that they do, and you have the ability to cross-sell and upsell. We're all trusted advisors. We love that monthly recurring revenue stream, whether it's data center or managed services or telecommunications or any of that fantastic residual. Staffing is a residual. It's invoiced, billed monthly to your clients, right? And you might think of it more of as a professional services vertical. It operates as a monthly reoccurring model. So very similar to subscription-based services that we're used to. It's just in this standpoint, we're helping organizations subscribe and leverage the labor that they need. And a lot of these go into long-term arrangements, multi-year agreements. We have a couple partners of ours that have millions of dollars of existing staffing engagements, across the United States. And it builds loyalty because you're, again, helping your customers solve a problem. They have a problem finding the appropriate resources for the jobs they're trying to execute against. You can create a reoccurring revenue model with them and help them solve a problem. And you're building a champion within the people you're placing within the organization and with the organization you're helping to solve the problem for. It's a win-win on both sides. I cannot tell you how huge the opportunity is within the staffing and IT services space. So what we want you to do, call to action, is ask your customers questions on how they're dealing with staffing challenges, and would they like to chat around a way to help with technically screened staffing solutions with your partner Quest, right? Let's schedule a quick call. Let's schedule a quick meeting. Let's get on the horn with them to understand what challenges they're dealing with. This can be at the IT manager level. This can be at the senior leadership level. This can be within HR. If you have a relationship with any firm's HR and they're struggling to source and find people, maybe they're getting bogged down with a bunch of resumes and they're not exactly sure how to evaluate them. Ask the question and ask if you can set up a call. You don't have to be the expert. You just have to get us engaged with you and with your customer to address some of these challenges. These challenges are everywhere in the market right now. I challenge you to find a customer you're working with right now that has this all figured out. No one does. It's a huge, huge opportunity. So thank you very much for taking the time. Again, if you have any questions, partners@questsys.com. Please visit our partner portal. If you're watching this, I'm hoping you're already on the partner portal and can check out the resources tabs. But again, if you also want to invest a little bit more and go through an onboarding process with our call to action around the marketing playbooks and enabling your team from a diversification of revenue standpoint, please reach out to your partner account manager and we'll get you guys set up with our marketing team. So thanks again for listening today, and get out there, ask your customers if they want any help in technical staffing. And again, if you found any benefit of this, please like it, please share it, please send it to someone. And one of my big hopes here is that next time we're talking, I don't hear, wow, staffing. I didn't know you guys did that. Have a great day, everybody.